Hello beautiful people and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Gianna Lian and you guys already know what time it is. It is the beginning of November. That means we are picking our November TBR, and you know what? Nothing new around here. Our TBR jar is here to save the day and pick our TBR for us. Like always, I did throw in a few new prompts. I changed some things so we can keep it new, we can keep it exciting. We all love the TBR jars. We all know how this works by now. I pick out 7 prompts because we all know that is our lucky number for our TBR every single month. I pick out 7 and I read the prompt and then I figure out based on the prompt what book would fit best, and that is basically the book I end up putting on the TBR. So we are going to do 7 like I said, and we are just going to get right into it because it is November now. Fall is kindly exiting, sadly. Winter is coming. That means I want to pick up more cozier books, winter books as a whole. I am even in the mood for some Christmas books. I can't lie to you guys, kind of am in the mood for them. So I wouldn't be surprised if I throw some Christmas books on here. I have a whole shelf down there that is literally solely for Christmas books. If we somehow get some Christmas books on here, please don't be surprised. It's just a thing. I kind of want to get to them sooner rather than later considering how much I have, and because I didn't get to read any of them last year because I did do Vlogmas and I had no time to read. Let's get into our first prompt. It better be a good one. Majority of these are also purple because I kind of ran out of pink sticky notes. Our pink and purple prompts have turned into mostly purple prompts. Let's get a first one. A self-help book. Okay, you know what? I'm not mad about this one because I have been doing very good with reading nonfiction books and self-help books because I do have a whole shelf right here full of them that I just have never gotten around to, but last month I did 2. That's pretty good if you ask me. So let's figure out what self-help book we're gonna choose considering I have so many, so you guys already know I'm gonna have lots of options for you. We have 2 lovely options for this prompt. The first one is Aphrodite Made Me Do It by Trista Mateer. I found this thrifting, you guys, and when I tell you that this book has literally been on my want to read ever since I started my reading journey, I'm not lying. So when I saw this randomly, I was like walking out and then I was like, hold on, wait. I couldn't believe I found it because this isn't really sold everywhere. Like, it's harder to find, so that's why I love thrifting. It's just such a special experience sometimes. But anyways, this is a poetry book. There are a bunch of short poems based in this book, and it's based around like self-love and kind of relating back to Aphrodite as a whole. I really think I would enjoy this, and there's even like illustrations and stuff. That's kind of cool. But then we also have 101 Essays That Will Change the Way You Think by Brianna West or Weiss. I'm not sure how to pronounce this author's last name, but this is one of my most recent pickups. You guys probably know the rave by this already. I don't know why I haven't picked it up yet, but I did read The Mountain Is You by the same author, and I really enjoyed that audiobook. So I'm curious to see if I would really enjoy this one considering this is definitely a more popular one by her. And now comes the hard part because we have 2 very lovely options that I honestly really want to read both of them. So that's kind of a problem. Do I want to be ambitious and put a chunkier self-help book? Or do I want to go the safe route and do a poetry book that I will read in probably 1 or 2 sittings? I don't know. I think we're gonna choose 101 Essays That Will Change the Way That You Think because 1, I want to challenge myself, and 2, I really enjoyed the last audiobook by this author, so I feel like if anything, if reading it is a little bit too much for my brain or I am like running out of time by the end of the month, I could switch over to the audiobook and still thoroughly enjoy it, and then even go back and highlight and annotate the parts that I heard on audiobook or passages that I just want to like go back to, you know? So I think we're gonna go with this one. I feel like I'm gonna learn more from it. I feel like I'm gonna consume more information from this book. I'll let you guys know if I end up reading it by the end of the month, but I think this is going to be super good. So this is going to be the first book on our November TBR. Second prompt. A book my Insta story chooses. Okay, we haven't had one of these like poll type ones in a while. I love it. I'm gonna pick 2 books and then I'm gonna post that story, and then by the end of the video, after our last prompt, I will reveal what one ended up winning. The 2 books that I am gonna put on that Instagram story though is Craven Torn by Monica Murphy. This is a 2 books in 1 type situation. I think it's like billionaire romance and rich people drama, and I haven't read a Monica Murphy book, so I feel like this is a good one to just like test the waters with her writing, and it is a newer release. And then Collide by Bal Cabra. I feel like I've been eyeing this book for a while and kind of putting it on my TBRs, but not really. So I feel like my Instagram story just needs to really decide for me. Yeah, they're both romances, very different vibes. We have a sports romance and a billionaire romance. Third prompt, let's go. I kind of want at least 1 Christmas book. I'm in the mood for it, considering I only read 1 last year. A book by an author I've never read yet. Okay, interesting. I definitely have a lot of options for this because I like to give authors a chance. I like to discover new authors, so I have a lot of books on here that I could choose. These are really the only two that stood out for me for this prompt for some reason because I have so many options, but these ones just called my name. We have Runaway by Harlan Coben. This is a very popular author, to be honest. A lot of his books are actually in the thrift stores, I've realized, but this is the one random one that I picked up. It kind of deals with toxic relationships and toxic friendships and obviously a runaway, and I think it's like the story of a dad trying to get back into his daughter's life after his daughter has gone down the wrong path, and he's just trying to build that relationship with her again and find her. Seems like it's gonna be kind of crazy. But then we also have A Twisted Love Story by Samantha Downing, and I saw this cover, I read the description, and I was immediately drawn into it. Never heard of this author or this book before. I don't know if it is a newer release or not, but it also deals with toxic relationships. So we have very similar vibes going on, you guys. And we all know that I really enjoy reading about toxic relationships. I don't know what it is, I don't know why, it's just a thing. So I think I'm sticking to the romance route. Yeah. I don't know about that book. I'm just kind of nervous it's gonna bore me. This one seems like it's gonna be like more fast-paced and kind of really twisty in a way. Well, I guess it says A Twisted Love Story. I think we're gonna have to choose this one. And it seems like it's similar to like, oh, relationships aren't what they seem like behind closed doors as they are in the open. Like I wanna see that part, and I wanna see how they kind of paint this image that they're like the perfect couple, and then when they get in an argument or behind the closed doors, it's very, very messy, and it's not what anyone else knows how it is because they don't show that side of their relationship to the public or to their family and stuff like that, you know? So this is going to be technically our third book on our TBR. Fourth prompt. I wonder if we're gonna get a pink one at all this video. The most beautiful book on my TBR. I really like this prompt because I have so many pretty covers, but I don't even have to give you guys options for this one because I have to choose Sugar Baby by Celine St. Clair. If you guys disagree with me that this isn't the most beautiful cover ever in the whole entire, not the whole entire world, but like on my shelf and all the books that you guys have seen me show you in the past, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna have to stop you right there. I disagree. We are at a disagreement. This is genuinely the most beautiful book cover ever. It's pink, it's girly, it's giving luxury, it's giving royalty. I'm obsessed with it. It is perfection. Stunning, gorgeous. I don't even have any more words. It's just everything. And even the back. They really thought of everything, you guys. But this is, I'm pretty sure, just fiction or like general fiction. And it says, I could show you how to make a career out of lunches and champagne. Being irresistible is easy when you know how. Angs Green is turning 21 and her life is going nowhere until she meets Emily, the daughter of one of her cleaning clients who works as a model and a sugar baby. I am very interested in that lifestyle. Like, it intrigues me for sure. I mean, go girl, do your thing. I love it. I'm just curious to hear more about it because I feel like it's kind of something that no one really talks about. So it seems like it's gonna be an interesting book. It is an absolutely gorgeous, stunning, perfect cover. I think this one just fits the prompt so perfectly. So this has to be our fourth book on our November TBR. We are kind of in a very weird theme going on with this month, but you know what? We're gonna trust the process. Fifth prompt. This one. This or that. Okay, so I did keep the this or that's. If you watched last month's TBR with the cauldron, I did keep some of the this or that's and then I added like one or two more. So this one says, Make Me a Mixtape and The Boyfriend. Again, two completely different vibes we have going on. A psychological thriller and a cutesy little fall romance. Make it make sense. I don't know. I don't know why I put both of these on at the same prompt. But they're both definitely anticipated reads for me and anticipated releases. These both just released, so what do I want to do? I love a good Frida McFadden moment, but then again, fall is also leaving, so I might want to just read this now while it's still semi-fall entering winter, you know? I think we're gonna go with Make Me a Mixtape by Jennifer Whiteford. I want to see what the fall vibes are about. I definitely want to just get it off my radar before, and I've been hearing so many people talk about this, and I kind of feel a little bit of FOMO for it, to be honest. And it seems like it's like a little cafe moment, and I think it's also in like the music industry, I'm pretty sure as well. Yeah, seems like small towns, rock band, singing, kind of building your career in the music industry and just kind of finding yourself and your passion back again with music, like regarding music. This seems so intriguing. I'm just excited, and look at the little leaves. The cover is so cute, and I realized this that I have to show you because it's absolutely gorgeous and I love it. Look at how stinking cute that is, you guys. Like, they really thought of everything and it just like works so perfect. So this has to be our fifth book on our TBR for the month. I really do hope that I get to this month, considering this is the time to do it. One last fall book hurrah, because I've read a lot this year. I feel like maybe if this one's really good, it will be the perfect one to end off the season. 6th prompt. How? I have no idea. These videos fly by. We had 2 there. This one was calling my name, you guys. Spin a wheel. Choose 3 books and let the wheel decide. See, I trust my TBR jar, but I don't know if I trust a wheel. You know, I don't know if the wheel has my back. You guys are probably gonna laugh, but we're going the romance route again. I'm curious to see what the wheel has to say because one of these books I've been wanting to read for so long. So I'm gonna put it on the wheel because if the wheel does choose it, I am gonna read it. But at the same time, I really don't want the wheel to choose that because it's going to be a very ambitious decision of mine to read that book this month. So first one on the wheel is going to be Reckless by Elsie Silver. I really want to finish up this series so then I can get to the Rose Hill series because she is releasing more and more books for that series and I feel left out that I haven't started it yet, so I need to finish this first. Said very ambitious book. We have Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh, you guys. I have 2 editions of this because I have a very strong feeling in my heart that I'm really going to enjoy this series, and so I want the UK covers and my covers, the American, Canadian covers, whatever. And look how floppy this book is, it's actually crazy. So if the wheel decides it, I'm gonna read it, but half of me is really hoping that the wheel doesn't land on this. And lastly, you guys know I had to throw in a sports romance. We have Play With Me by Becca Mack. This is continuing a series. I've only read the first one, so this is the second one, and the books just keep getting chunkier and chunkier, so we'll have to see. Maybe the wheel would be in my favor this time and choose the right one that I'm thinking of. I'm actually quite nervous. What do I just search up a wheel decider? Wheel decider. Binding 13, Play With Me, and Reckless. I'm gonna screen record this so then you guys can see. I'm nervous. Okay. You guys. I know this wheel did not land on Binding 13. I know it didn't. I'm actually going to go crazy. Okay, so I guess we are putting Binding 13 on our monthly TBR. I feel like I have already put this on my TBR twice now. Maybe 3rd time's a charm. Maybe. We'll see. We never know, right? Like I said, I feel like I'm really going to enjoy this series. You guys are probably not new to the series if you are on BookTok and BookTube and in the book community as a whole. This is a very loved series. A lot of people talk about it. A lot of people make videos and aesthetics and quote shares and everything about the series. I feel like it has literally taken over BookTok at certain moments in time, so I'm very excited. I think I've also read the back of this so many times, but this one part, it sticks with me, you guys, you know? It says, he wants to save her, she wants to hide, she's damaged, he's determined, fate brought them together, love binds them. And I do want to annotate this, so I don't know what copy I'm going to annotate, if I'm going to do my UK ones or these ones. We will have to decide. We will see if I even get to it. But this is going to be the 6th book on our TBR for the month of November. 7th prompt, you guys. This is the last one. And we didn't get a pink. A book that's been on my TBR for over a year. I feel like this is going to be a thriller one because I read all my romances pretty quickly, so I feel like we're going to have some thriller options, you know, switch it up a little bit. Okay, so no, I guess I was completely kidding. The one thriller that I chose as an option is Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone by Benjamin Stevenson. Again, I feel like I've talked about this book on my channel so many times and I still just haven't read it, but I also have heard very mixed reviews on the book, so I feel like that was my hesitation. And then we have The Santa Suit by Mary Kay Andrews. It's crazy that I haven't read a Mary Kay Andrews book yet because I own about 3 of her books and I just haven't read one. And this is a Christmas book. So if you guys can't tell the vibe already, I'm definitely leaning more towards the Christmas book. I realize now that I did not put a Christmas book on this TBR. And this one's super short, so I feel like maybe it will be a good way to ease into the holiday books, you know? And I've heard lots of good things about this one. It is iconic and I've had it on my TBR for, I want to say 2 years. Not just a year, 2. And I got it thrifting, so I got it for a very good price. And I feel like it's just super cute because I feel like it has a lot of found family in this book. And it kind of also has like a little mystery element into it too because they're trying to figure out a mystery. Like there's a lot of history that goes down in the book and then they're trying to use the clues that they have to figure out the answer that they're looking for, basically. I don't want to give too much because it's so short. I feel like you just don't really need to know anything about it. You just read it for the vibes and kind of as like a wholesome moment. I don't know. But I feel like this should be the last book on our TBR. I don't think I'm ever really gonna get to Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone. At this point, I should probably unhaul it because I never look at it and I never turn to it. But I'm excited for this one. Okay, I have literally given this like no time, but we're gonna check to see what the poll says. We're gonna see what everyone's feeling today. Okay, wow. This is actually low-key a surprise. This is a surprise because I've put this exact book on my story before and it never would win. Our winner was Collide by Cabra. People are really just vibing with the sports romances, I feel like. This one won with 67%, and then Craven Torn had 33%. We all know our answer, you guys. We are reading this. Maybe it's a sign from you guys and from the universe that I just have to pick up a little sports romance. I guess Binding 13 is also a sports romance, but let's be so for real. I probably would read this one before Binding 13. I'm just so nervous to get into that series. So excited to have a sports romance, hockey romance specifically, on my TBR for the month. I feel like it's so cool. And I'm also pretty sure it's college or like campus romance, and I definitely dig those. Seems like it could be good. I hope I enjoy this author's writing, and we'll see how it goes. Now that we have all of our books that we chose for our November TBR, thanks to the TBR jar, we are gonna go through a recap. You guys know the drill at this point, where I'm just gonna rapid fire really quickly all the books that we ended up choosing. Sugar Baby by Celine St. Clair. I'm just so excited for this, you guys. I'm intrigued by it, and I'm gonna feel real nice reading it because look at this cover. I'm literally gonna read this at a cafe just because of how cute the cover is, so everyone can be blessed with this beautiful masterpiece of a cover. 101 Essays to Change the Way That You Think by Brianna West. I think this is also gonna be a very good car audiobook. I've been trying to do that for the past 2 months, and I really enjoy that instead of listening to music. I use that time to become knowledgeable and actually learn something, so I listen to audiobooks. So I feel like switching between the physical copy and the audiobook will be perfect. A Twisted Love Story by Samantha Downing. I'm excited for the toxic vibes, you guys. I'm just excited, and it seems like it's short. The chapters don't seem very long. Now it's just up to the author's writing. Collide by Cabra. You guys know the vibes. You guys already know. Dun dun dun. Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. I mean, maybe, you know, maybe if I have like a really good month, this will be read. Here's the thing. Convince me in the comments. Let's see if I can be convinced to read this. If you love this book and you love this series, convince me. Make Me a Mixtape by Jennifer Whiteford? Not too sure, but so cute. I'm gonna fly through it. I already know it. I'm just excited for the vibes. And just like the whole music industry part, like I just am so into that lately. And lastly, The Santa Suit by Mary Kate Andrews. My first Christmas book of the year, and I'm so beyond excited. I don't want to burn myself out with these holiday books though. So that's why I kind of want to read 1 or 2 this month, maybe like one on Kindle Unlimited or something as well as this one, so then I don't burn myself out for December. But that's officially our TBR. Thank you so much, TBR jar. You never let me down. I'm telling you, this is literally one of the best ideas. I highly recommend you guys make a TBR jar just for fun, even if you don't make videos or you don't post it online. I think it's just a fun way to choose your TBR, and especially if you're indecisive like me, it really helps out, honestly. I know I still am very decisive when making these videos, but the TBR jar helps me out at least a little bit. And also just tell me what you guys are reading this November. Are we picking up Christmas books already? Do we not like Christmas books? Like, just let me know what you guys are reading. I love to take your recommendations. I love to read all your comments. I just love you guys so much. I genuinely do. And I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff you guys know how to do. Also, let me know if you still love the TBR jar videos. I love creating them, but if you guys want something new, let me know that down below as well. But other than that, I really hope you guys are having an amazing, wonderful day. Happy November, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! But then we also have, oh, that's upside down, Gianna. November. That is scary to say. I don't really like that. Where did our year go? Oh my gosh, there's like so many. Angs? Angus? Angs? Ew, that one's ugly.